Hello and welcome to Business Coaching Masterclass. Today's theme is leadership skills, and today's lesson is error correction and direction. Being a leader does not come down to your job title or the position of your office. It is about taking appropriate action and appropriation of the right actions to the right people. Each task that you delegate must be placed carefully into the right hands. You can't and shouldn't try to do everything by yourself. You need to be able to assess who is good at what and where there is room for growth. Performance is very often related to how you participate and how you are able to manage and enable the participative ability of others. If you are able to take care of those around you, then you are able to secure your own future. At the same time, you need to be aware that it is usually not a good idea to seek validation from anybody except yourself. What you know will reflect in your success, and that is why it is necessary to keep learning, keep improving, and keep moving forward. As you grow in knowledge, you naturally increase in confidence. The inability to grow leads to insecurity and ignorance, eventually manifesting in fear. One thing that holds everybody back from achievement of the highest potential is a lack of discernment. The inability of individuals to self-assess their own ability and realize what the truth is in any situation will lead to failure every time, except when luck steps in. False statements to be aware of usually include 1. Status quo bias. Existing arrangements are always preferred, and any potential change is viewed as radical. 2. Insight illusion. People perceive their ability to assess their peers higher than a peer's ability to assess them. 3. Herd instinct. Many people adopt the opinions of others as life is safer and less intrusive that way. 4. Attribution error. Results are defined purely through personality rather than through situational effect. 5. Projection bias. We assume that others have the same feelings and motivations that we experience. 6. Trait ascription. People tend to view themselves as more flexible in behaviors than others. If we are able to recognize our failings, then we are able to correct them and become a new, more stable and able person. We do this through consistent reflection or employing a coach to help us with our accountability. The basis of accountability is congruence. Yet, as always, the knowledge alone is not enough, and we must act if we want to make a difference. We get closer to the visions that we have by making commitments to ourselves and others around us. Goals attained can transform into gold in your hand over the long term. It takes guts to take risks and make decisions. Each time you make a decision, you put yourself in a vulnerable place. This is because we often find ourselves in a compromising position where our head makes the decision while our heart chooses the direction. But once we set the parameters, then what we can envision becomes much more real. Once we do this, we begin through trial and error to learn who we are and what we can achieve. Your final worth is your ability to balance your self-worth against the market forces and the pressure of the external world. As you grow, you face new challenges and are often faced with redefining yourself. It's not easy. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to the Business Coaching Masterclass today. Remember that you can pick up the book Principles for Leadership wherever you find this audio. It's free to download and it distills a lot of the lessons that have been taught here. You can also link up on Instagram and on LinkedIn and on Facebook and on Pinterest, and don't forget the YouTube channel, the Academy of Language Therapy and Life Coaching. Thanks guys, thanks a lot. This is me signing out from the park this morning where it's all bright and sunny. Da, da, da.